Welcome to season 4 of Whiteboard.fm. Today we're going to interview Felix Lee, co founder at ADP List. ADP List is actually the most amazing platform that I've seen for students to connect with mentors from all around the world. I have used it, a lot of my friends have used it, and every single person that has used ADP List has always said good things about it. But before co founding ADP List, Felix has co founded other companies and he has also been the head of design at Passport Indonesia. Because Felix has achieved so many things at such a young age, there is a lot to learn from him. So, without wasting any further time, let's get started. This is Ansh Mehra, and you have tuned into season 4 of Whiteboard.fm. Thank you so much, Felix, for coming here on Whiteboard. We are super excited to ask so many questions. In fact, it's been so inspiring to see you grow, to see ADP List grow, and see you get associated with so many interesting people from all around the world. Like, it's not just like in one specific place, you're connected to the entire world now, which is pretty good. So, yeah, welcome to the show. Felix, my first question would be that you've co-founded PackThat, which got acquired. You led design at GoTrade, which was backed by Y Combinator, and you've raised $30 million in 2 years. Did you plan these things? Like, how do you end up getting so many opportunities?
For sure, and not to mention, I haven't been to college, so I'm grateful first of all to start that off with. I grew up in a humble family where the idea of self-starting is very much ingrained in the way that me and my siblings were raised. And as part of that, I started my first startup when I was 19 years old and sold it during my final year, which was when I was 21, and then I daringly took off alone to Indonesia to stay there for about 9 months, and then I flew to US alone, stayed there for 3 months, just to really seek inspiration. Not for work, not for anything, just to really seek for inspiration in the world of technology. And before flying back here in Singapore, back in 2018 for my national service, which is the army. And I think I didn't, to your question, I didn't plan all of this. I think for me, it was always just been that that curious mentality to understand how the world works and how we can make it better. And just with just that hunger itself, I think it brings you to many different places, not just geographically, but really just meeting new people. And for me, the curiosity is really something that I think I'm grateful for, that has really set me apart from so many different people, and just continue to learn up to today.
Pretty awesome. That's a long journey, actually. You've experienced a lot in a very relatively short amount of time. I feel that leading the design department at an organization is a really tough challenge. How did you navigate through the journey of learning and growing as a leader?
Today I often tell a lot of people that I speak to that 99% of my time, or rather maybe like 90% of my time in any companies, would be dealing with people, right? And if you're in any business, probably not 90% of the time is dealing with people. And I could tell you that most of the time your problem would come from a very people-centric problem. And I'll give you a couple of examples, right? Whether or not you're executing a design, whether or not you're trying to do growth, all these things could technically be solved, right? You run enough experiments, you iterate enough, you kind of get to where you want. But it's always the people's relationship, it's always the people's stakeholders management that you kind of have to manage the expectations. And I always tell people that 90% of my job is to really make sure that I just communicate really well with these people. And for me, learning about leadership has been an ongoing journey. And I wouldn't say that I'm an expert right now, but I can tell you that along the way, as there's so many moments that goes by, the way that I navigated it would be to really, when something happens, I think is to really sit down over the weekends for that particular week and really understand, why did that happen and how can you do better. And sometimes it might not be on you, right? It might be on someone else. But I think that, it's always very important to first take it upon yourself, ask yourself how you can do better, before pointing the fingers if this is what, if you shouldn't be involved in this or that, and really understanding from your perspective how you can do better. And for me, once I've done that, I take that thought process and then I bring it to a mentor, right? And this mentor doesn't have to be someone better than you. It could be your friend. It could be someone a little bit more senior. It could be someone who has been in the same journey. Talking to someone allows you to get perspective like, hey, my employees are saying this, my colleagues are saying this, should I have done better? Here's my thought process, ask them how they think. And that helps to clear your thought process a lot better. And that, I say, would be how I navigate and grow as a leader.
That makes a lot of sense. And the fact that you have connected everything to a people's problem is actually very true, now that I think about it. A lot of people wish to know the process of being funded by Y Combinator. It's a big, big achievement. Can you give us a quick summary of how do you go from having a great idea to being funded by Y Combinator?
For sure. So today I'm funded by Sequoia, not Y Combinator, but I've worked with GoTrade, which was then funded by YC, right? So Sequoia India itself is big as YC, or they're pretty much the same size, and in terms of popularity as well. So I'll share a little bit more on Sequoia, and Search, right, program, which has funded the best companies around the world. And even in India, they funded Byju's, they founded Oyo, Paytm, Freshworks, all the amazing companies in India, funded and partnered with Sequoia. And for me, I had the privilege of meeting, Sequoia in earlier days of my career, and managed to reconnect back when I'm building ADP lists. The process of getting to be funded by Sequoia and such amazing people is that I think you have to really show like the problem that you're trying to solve that is real and that people care about it. Take for example the instance of ADP list, right? We are trying to solve a very particular problem. Is that in today's world, the knowledge is shared in the hands of a few people, right? And what ADP list is trying to do is to help democratize that knowledge and that mentorship to people around the world. Someone in India might not have the opportunity to reach out to someone in the US, or vice versa. And for us, we almost see ourselves as that Robin Hood, in a sense that, hey, there are some people with privilege, right? They are maybe more wealthy. They can afford more courses online, and some of them just have the right connections. And in a way, the reason why I said we are like the Robin Hood is because we try to take those privilege and then distribute it out to the rest of the world, right? And I think that's what ADP is trying to do, and it has been doing very well for the past few months since we started, right? And for us, that's the problem that we try to do, try to solve. And Sequoia saw that, they aligned with our mission, and then they saw that there was a community around it who actually loved that platform and that product that we're solving for, right? That problem that we're solving for. And they said, hey, look, we'd love to partner up with you, help to further this mission. And that's why they came on board. And for me as a founder, I think it was very grateful because, growing up, I've been seeing like startups and amazing companies. And you often see on news like, hey, this startup is funded by, Sequoia, Tiger Global, A16Z and stuff like that. And it almost always feels like a dream come true for me. Even right now, I'm working with them so closely. It feels like such a privilege to learn from the best people, right? And in fact, I actually met the founder of Paytm and Freshworks a couple of weeks back, and I think Cred as well, right? These are the Indians' best companies, right? Technology companies. And for me, it was such an honor because without Sequoia, I probably would have met these people. And for me, it's always that process of like continuous learning, back to the first point of like being so curious and continuing learning as a founder. And I think that's been a journey so far with partnering with Sequoia. It's just a learning from people who are better and better and better.
You raise an impressive amount of capital for ADP list. And for a lot of people, this is the only goal. Like they can't visualize something beyond the funding. But the real game begins once you've raised funds. How are you planning your way ahead? How do you know what to do with so much capital?
Yeah, for sure. We recently raised 1.3 million for pre-seed, which is pretty big for a pre-seed, right? And I think a lot of times, I think we have been about close to a year right now in ADP list. We officially came into ADP list full-time only in March of 2021 this year. So before that, ADP list was like a side project. But Ange, like a year after we started ADP list, I've often thought, how could an idea like strangers mentoring each other across the world have actually worked out? And the truth is this, ADP list as a company, we didn't do most of this, right? Our mentors and the broader ADP list community created most of this magic. And they've taught me two things: that people are fundamentally good and we're 99% the same, right? Universally. And today, it's a surprising statistics, but also a statistics that I'm happy to see is that 90% of our bookings on ADP list are cross-border, right? We're seeing about 5,000 bookings on a monthly basis. And, 90% of them are actually happening outside of their own city, right? And that means that people are hungry to want to learn from someone who is beyond their own city, beyond their own country. They want to get a different perspective. And we imagine a world where a college kid in India can get access to speak to a mentor in Silicon Valley right from the comfort of their home, right? And at the same time, they don't have to feel like, hey, I'm going to pay a lot, or like, hey, I'm from India, I shouldn't speak to someone outside of my city. We want to eradicate that. We want to make sure that people have that equal access to opportunities, where every mentors is a unique community, and we can design a place where mentors and mentees can grow together in different form of engagement. And I think that's the world of ADP List. And the way that we are going to use the funding is to help accelerate this mission and this vision to bring mentorship access to across the world. One example is that today we are mainly in design, but tomorrow and a year from now, I'm pretty sure we're going to expand out of design. We're going to go into helping people in the product management field, the developers, software developers. I believe in India, there's so many developers that they're so hungry to learn as well globally. And so, mentorship itself doesn't really stop. We want to help more people. And at the same time, we really want to, even create more fun while mentoring. Perhaps there could be even like short form video contents or whatnot on the platform, different ways to mentor as well. So that's really what we are going to use this funding for, to really expand beyond the what we have today and to in pursuit of our mission.
Awesome. Incredible stuff. Felix, as designers, feeling energetic and being in a state of flow is really important. How do you manage your energy and different states of mind?
Yeah, you see, the flow, as you mentioned, is so important for any designers or any entrepreneurs, because you have to get inspired to do some amazing work, right? You cannot be sitting in office every day and expect some amazing work to come out of it. Well, I mean, like, I'm guilty as charged. I sit in front of a computer most of the time replying emails. But I can tell you that I take a ridiculous amount of time each day outside of my computer, whether be it on books, talking to people, new people that I've never met, or, on ADPs, I would randomly, pick a mentor and I'll book them and I'll say, hey, I want to meet you up, right? And I would also go out and play some sports. And for me, keeping the flow is about diversifying your life, right? Diversifying into things that inspires you. And it doesn't have to be, what someone considers fun. I'll share with you an example. Some of my friends consider going to clubs and bars as fun, right? And for me, those are not like the typical fun. Like, I could go for a drink every now and then, but I wouldn't consider that as an inspiring fun, right? Something like an inspiring fun would be going out for a run where, I would push myself beyond like the typical limit where I usually run. And the magic of that, by the way, the magic of running for me, and I think a lot of people can learn as well, is that when you push past your mental barrier of how far you can run, like when you just take step by step and say one more step, all the way until the finishing line or beyond, it pushes your mental boundary and it actually trains you as a person. And for me, like activities like that actually, makes me better as a person. It creates a form of inspiration and flow for me that, now I've achieved something, right? Now I'm going to go on to my next task, right? So that's one of the things I do. I do a lot of meditation, right? Every day I do at least once to twice meditation when I wake up, before I sleep, or in the middle of the day. So for me, exercising and meditation really keeps me grounded, and I would say keeps me in a flow state, right? Keeping inspired and doing all the work.
In the end, I'm very curious about this. What would be 3 free yet extremely powerful design resources for someone who is just entering design and wants to become really good at it?
Yeah. So the first design resource that I 100% would recommend would be going to YouTube and searching for people like Saptashi, who is amazing friend of ours, who is also sharing a lot of amazing design contents. And, there's a couple of names out there like Memorizely on YouTube and whatnot, and some ADP's events as well, right? So YouTube is one of the best resource. In fact, I wasn't a designer and I transited into design, and I use YouTube as part of my day-to-day inspiration, watch some videos, because so many of us are visual learners, and YouTube is like the place to go to for visual learners to learn about all these things, right, from someone. And it's great, you get to see someone talking and whatnot. So that's the first resource. The second resource I highly recommend is Medium. Medium has amazing case studies from a technical perspective, but also from an execution perspective. So technically, how does a process goes, but also people write about what they have learned as a designer, what I should have done better. And for all these things, you can actually absorb a lot of contents, right? But for the first two things, you realize that it's a very one-way street, right? You just absorb, right? But the last resource, I'm going to be a little bit shameless, is ADP List. That's where you can actually have a social interaction, right? That's where you can actually have a social engagement and actually talk to someone, right? Because sometimes a video might answer some of your questions, but I'm sure it creates even more questions for you at the end of the day, right? But you could not really interact with that person writing or making that video. And so ADP List allows that form of interaction that, hey, if you have more such questions, and a lot of people have, by the way, like so much questions, you could actually have a social interaction with someone like that as well on ADP List, right? And that's the value of ADP List, is that regardless of whether you're finding a job, whether you are in a job and you want a promotion, there is someone there that you can talk to and say, hey, I want a promotion in my job. How do I get it? Right? And these are seniors in the industry who can help you and help you from a mentor perspective, right? And so I think these are the top 3 resources that are free that I would recommend everyone to go and you fully utilize it and grow themselves.
Awesome. Thank you so much for all these answers, Felix. I'm pretty sure that people are going to get a lot of value from everything that you mentioned. And I would recommend all our viewers to go check out Felix's profile, his work, ADP. I have seen ADP. In fact, I've met so many incredible senior designers because of ADP, because what you're doing now is, Felix, you are erasing the limitations that geography had for us. Now you're allowing people, students like me and so many other students, to transcend our geographical foundations. So thank you so much for doing this. I had a lot of fun. I hope you did as well.
Amazing. It was amazing. I really love the experience, and I always love sharing things. I would love to share this as well to all of my friends and network.
How can people reach out to you? How can people connect with you?
For sure. So I'm usually super active on 2 channels, LinkedIn and Twitter. So you can find me Felix Lee on LinkedIn, and on Twitter is Felix Lee as well. And then you can just find my profile there. Both of them are the same profile photos, so it's easily recognizable.
Awesome. All the very best for your future for ADP, Felix. I hope we meet. Please come to India super soon. We will hang out. I'll show you all these amazing places in Delhi and Bangalore. And yes, can't wait to connect with you soon.
All right. Thank you so much, Ansh. And if anyone wants you to book a session with me on ADP, I'm open.
Awesome. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
You just finished an episode from whiteboard.fm. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the bell icon, because we are coming up with interviews and design reviews that will help you accelerate your growth as an upcoming product designer. This podcast is a part of the 10K Designers Network. Check out our website whiteboard.fm to learn more.